On October 7, 2021, a user by the name Carl92 uploaded a 17-second short snippet on the website What's That Song? This was the song that was played in it. At the time, literally no one knew what this song was, where it came from, what the lyrics were. There was simply not enough information to solve this case. It was as mysterious as a mystery from Scooby-Doo, except it was an even harder mystery, harder than the math test I took a while ago. Tons of people went on to the search for the song. There's an entire subreddit dedicated to it as well. For nearly 3 years, there were numerous attempts to find the song, but no matter how hard people tried, it was unbelievably elusive. Until recently, when the song was just found, and even went too far as to be wrongfully claimed by someone else in order to falsely copyright strike or claim anyone using it in their videos. But first, let's dive deep into the mystery of Everyone Knows That. Carl92, the uploader of the snippet, only stated the following: mid-80s, bad quality. He then states that he doesn't have a longer sample and that it is a leftover of the audio he captured years ago, presumably in the year 1999, in his collection of old files. Not to mention the fact that he didn't know the origin of the song. Carl92 also states that he doesn't speak English very well, so all he could interpret where everyone knows that you can't tell me the truth. This is one of the several fan-interpreted lyrics of the long-lost song, of which the most widely understood one was "You're counting all the sheep in the sky, caught up in the world of lies. Everyone knows that you've got ulterior motives. Tell me the truth. Every move shows." Before getting cut in the middle of the way. At least it was still understandable than mumble rap. Like, what the hell are they supposed to be saying here? Several fan interpretations existed due to the horrible quality of the recording, making it hard to understand. Some have theorized that it may be from an Asian country because of how differently some words are pronounced. Some may have also thought of Spain, which was Carl92's presumed country of origin. Many have also linked the song to the band Savage Garden after Darren Hayes tweeted, "Everyone knows that," which, as you have guessed, didn't necessarily have anything to do with the song. People even came up with false memories involving the song. Besides those, there are numerous theories relating to Everyone Knows That. Many have suggested that this song was exclusively written for a 1980s commercial, whether a makeup commercial or an unused commercial for a Celine car. Celine is an American car manufacturer. The recording also contained a 15.374 Hz pilot tone, which only exists in MTS broadcasts. It is also the horizontal frequency of CRT television sets using NTSC. But as I've said, Carl92 is theorized to be from Spain, which uses PAL, so either that's not really it or the whole thing isn't making any sense. It could have been from a commercial due to its catchy melody. I mean, look at the amount of fan commercials made using the song. However, due to the extreme obscurity of the song, making it almost impossible to find at the time, many have suggested that it was a hoax, most likely AI generated. But come on, why would something so catchy and kinda coherent be AI generated? Tons of people try to extend the song using AI, and one of the results was this. The AI theory would have only been true if Carl92 had the ability to time travel, because believe it or not, AI was actually far worse back in 2021. Thus, asking them to make a snippet of a song, let alone an entire one, at the time would result in the most outlandish and horrifying output which would totally not haunt you in your dreams for weeks. Although it's improving, AI, even today, cannot create consistent music with actually coherent lyrics. Another theory is that Carl 92 was the one who made the song himself because of how hard it was to find. People suggested that Carl 92 must be hiding the full version of the song that he made himself. Therefore, the whole thing was a hoax. Like with everything, hoaxes exist within the lostwave world. I'll be showing you 3 examples of this. Let's start with Unknown Song up next. A fake Carl 92 account posted this short snippet, which they claim was recorded from their grandma's TV. Although it's an absolute banger, it's unfortunately a hoax. People at first suggested that it was an instrumental of either Africa by Toto or Everywhere by Fleetwood Mac. Although this is not true, as I compared them and neither of these songs sounded anything like the snippet. This was later thought to be AI generated using the music LM model. Next, we have Digital Girl, a song made by Emails, who went by the name Had It on Vinyl on What's That Song. I'll be making a whole video on this sometime soon, as the story behind the song is crazy as shit. And finally, we have This One's Gonna Fly, formerly known as Above the Clouds, posted by What's That Song user Curlo, who actually listened to the whole thing before posting it on the website. Which means that my guy faked the whole thing as a publicity stunt. Doc couldn't be this much of a shady motherfucker. Sometime later, however, as the search for EKT continued, Carl 92 suddenly went ghost out of nowhere. According to him, he lost interest in finding the song. This made it even harder to find EKT and became the next most mysterious song on the internet, being on the same level as Like the Wind, the most mysterious song on the internet, which has not yet been found for years. Eventually, all of the theories I've just mentioned would later be debunked once and for all, as we introduce the new main character of the story, Christopher Saint Booth, along with his twin brother, Philip Adrian Booth. They are British-Canadian filmmakers who also made music, not to mention, or should I say also to mention, the fact that they licensed their songs to Corno movies. If you know, you know. Some people suggested that the song was sang by Booth himself. But how do we know this song would lead to them? Reddit user Hey Scarlet. They identified the song as ulterior motives registered in the Canadian database SOCAN. By that point, the song was very close to being eventually found. But then, on April 28, 2024, the long search for one of the most mysterious Lost Wave songs finally came to an end. A very naughty end. One madman would spend around 12 hours of hardcore corn. Again, if you know, you know. Then he found the 1986 adult film Angels of Passion, which happened to contain EKT at around 1 hour and 7 minutes into the movie. I know many of you have seen the Reddit post already, even I did. But for the sake of this video, I'm gonna show it to you again. I'm sorry if you could hear dialogue in the background because my mom's talking on the phone, so hopefully that doesn't bother you. So I'm just gonna go on Reddit, specifically the EKT subreddit. I mean the subreddit about everyone knows that. And let's just see the post itself. EKT has found happy NSFW warning. Oh my god. It's by u/South Pole Ball. Let's just let's just dive deep into it. Firstly, free Palestine. Free Palestine, brother. To continue, after following One Truth's lead to Christopher Saint Booth, Christopher Booth created music for pornographic films. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this on YouTube. I mean, I'm 18, so I guess I am allowed. I don't know. I went through each video and watched them until I found Angels of Passion 1986, to which I got to 1 hour, 7 minutes, and 31 seconds, and I found EKT. Now, obviously, without getting banned, I can't show it to you guys, but you get the idea. This right here is ripped from the source, but still contains those moaning sounds. And oh yeah, in the original snippet, you hear a sound in the background which kind of sounded like Carl 92 eating chips, when in reality it was just... If you know, you know. All of this, you know, they're just making love in the bed. That's all it was. There's also an SFW version, So I'm just gonna go there and then I don't want to get copyright claimed. Now that V9P motherfucker decided to just copyright claim this song, this is kind of sad. But nonetheless, no wonder Carl92 decided to just leave all of us like this. Carl92, what do you have to say about yourself? Now that you have been caught gooning, just basically jacking off to some 1980s porno. My god, man. You are such a shady motherfucker. He just like left us behind because he didn't want any of us to know the dirty origin of the song. He tried extremely hard to capture the song without the NSFW sound effects. So that's basically all. It's I can't believe this guy, man. I just can't believe it. Carl92, you really are a shady motherfucker and a gooner. Oh yeah, I also kind of forgot that One Truth 5867 was also one of the people who found the song in the adult film. So EKT has officially been discovered ulterior motives by Christopher Saint Booth and Philip Adrian Booth. So it's now been confirmed that the song's actually titled Ulterior Motives. Here's what happened. I found a video on YouTube of a scene from an adult movie that had a song which sounded very similar to EKT. And I don't think I should read all of this. Yeah, you know what? I realized, holy shit, I remember these names. They're in BMI and SOCAN with the registry of ulterior motives. I skimmed over 12 hours last night alone through films and found similar sounding music with claps, vocals, and even some duo singing artists. And then I told the lead to other people and other mods after feeling exhausted from searching for 12 hours already. U/South Pole Ball immediately began communicating with me through DMs, and we were soon skimming through all the artists' remaining movies they were featured in simultaneously, communicating back and forth with each film debunking it. He only watched a few films before finding it. I could have kept it a secret and found EKT myself, but didn't want to do that. I think I have enough credit already, haha. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone. Aw, you're welcome. Wait, I didn't even do anything during the whole search. Check out Khan's post about our entire search. Okay, let me see Khan's. Oh, fuck, it's been deleted. Oh my god. It's been deleted! After reanalyzing the films I watched over 65 adult films total before we found ulterior motives. Huge respect to this guy for sitting through 12 hours of porn just to find this long lost song. I don't think anyone else could, take this risk. But my man right here did. So huge respect for that. It's still kind of fucking unbelievable, man. It's incredible. Like, damn. Like, we all thought it was from some commercial. I mean, some people actually assumed that it was from an adult movie. And they were damn right. We all thought, some people thought it was AI generated. Some people thought it was a hoax. But no, they were all damn wrong. Oh man, it's been a crazy journey for these people. Not me, because, again, I didn't do anything. Now, a few days have passed. Christopher Saint Booth started gaining more popularity than before, and now a new version of the song is in the works. It's still unknown if the original master tape still exists, but hey, at least it's found. The subreddit was age-locked because of the song's dirty origin, and then countless memes were made relating to the origin of EKT as well as mocking Carl92 for being an alleged gooner. Meanwhile, I'm just so fucking happy that the song was found even though I absolutely didn't do shit during the whole search. I'm just some spectator enjoying lostwave songs. But then, things took to a turn. Apparently, the song was given rights to an artist known as V9P. It was even copyright claimed on YouTube. But how? Who is this person anyway? And besides, How can you gain rights to a song on YouTube? Well, you just gotta apply for the copyright. By the way, here's a tip. To find out whether a song is copyrighted or not, you just simply go down a video's description and check if it shows the song. Unless the song's from the YouTube audio library. I checked V9P's auto-generated YouTube channel and all it has are a bunch of music with pictures of random girls as their quote-unquote album covers. In EKT's case, it shows what it appears to be an East Asian woman with a black cat covering her nose and mouth, concealing her identity. I discovered this from a Reddit post by DistanceReal9539. What are the intentions of V9P? I don't exactly know. Maybe they wanted to strike people's videos containing the whole song in order to troll people, but that's just my theory. At first I thought it was Carl92 in disguise. I assumed that Carl92 was probably humiliated by the fact that the song turned out to be from an obscure adult movie from 1986, and wanted all evidence of the song existing removed by taking up a new name and somehow claiming the rights to the song, at least on YouTube. But then I yeeted myself to research, and as it turns out, V9P was affiliated with a record label based in Britain named Inverness Sound Records. Their website is horrendous. There are 2 images, both of which were AI generated. This is the kind of shit you're greeted with when you visit the website. Even the About Us section looked suspiciously AI generated, and my speculations were right. If you think it wouldn't get worse, just wait until you go down and check out stolen songs. Not to mention that all the artists who are part of this record label are fake. I think I have a good video idea to save for later. Anyways, I went into V9P's Apple Music and Spotify profiles, as well as their Instagram. And they're all the same stolen songs. How do they have so many monthly listeners? Like, how did people fall for this stuff? Like, what the hell? I was able to trace the origins of some of the songs. It has now been known that V9P is a fake artist stealing songs and somehow having thousands of listeners per month. Seems like the entire portfolio of Inverness Sound Records is filled with stolen songs and AI-generated garbage. V9P's Instagram profile, however, is strangely different. There's absolutely nothing in the account except for a post in Russian, which translates to "Hope you guys are happy," retrieved from a Reddit post by u/unknown madlad. Their bio also translates to "You guys suck," indicating that the person behind V9P is some ruthless troll. I threw myself into more research and found this post by DistanceReal9539, which shows a post by V9P, all in Russian. Thankfully, I was able to save a bunch of time after u/FazeMakes translated the whole thing, which was basically a description of the artist themselves. And it's AI generated. But we do know that V9P is likely based in Moscow, the capital of Russia. They also apparently happened to join a fake record label based in the United Kingdom. Later, a post was made on the EKT subreddit by Kayla Anderson, who is supposedly the head coordinator of artists part of Inverness Sound Records. They say in the post that V9P was dropped from the label for stealing music. I highly doubt that. All the shit V9P stole is still up on all the 3 platforms and they're still mentioned in the website. Apparently, their real name is also Ferrer Akman, which I assume is an alias to hide the true identity of the person behind V9P. In fact, I saw a comment on a music video by Vanessa Dahl, another quote-unquote artist part of Inverness Sound Records, stating that the whole management is run by one person stealing music for clout. I also have the same feeling as the commenter. Besides, I'll be making a more detailed video on the whole label soon, looking at each of the quote-unquote artists and all the songs they have stolen. As of now, Christopher Saint Booth has not yet taken any action against V9P, although according to a Reddit post by u/peakpage22 showing a comment thread on an Instagram post by Booth, it shows that Booth might be taking action sometime soon. In conclusion, the whole journey of this song was insane. The discovery of the song also helped with the identification of another long-lost song, La Canción de Alicia. I'd like to thank all of you for working extremely hard to find the long-lost song. Hopefully we could find Like the Wind 2 sometime soon. And I really hope V9P gets taken down by YouTube for the amount of false copyright claims and strikes they might have given. And in hopes of finding Like the Wind, as well as honoring the song, I felt like ending the video with it. That's all for this video. Please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys when I have the opportunity to do so. Peace.